most of you probably might be new to this concept of Chimendunja. So this program is largely about that tool. It's about using this so-called tool of war to actually win the daily battles in your life. Obviously, when we talk about Warcraft, we need to understand what is this concept of war, okay? So war basically is a series of battles. And this is what we go through all the time. When we say a series of battles, we have internal and external battles all the time. Let me just explain to you what does it mean by battle. We have internal battles in our life and external battles. Internal battles actually refer to stuff that goes on within you. You know, every day we wake up, we have to fight ourselves just to get out of bed sometimes, yeah? Those are internal battles. We have to have discipline. If you want to lose weight, for example, is that not a battle? You tried before? Did you win? Lost. That's why many fat people in the world. Now, we have emotional battles as well. You know, as they say, right? If we can control emotions, we control life. You know, our life is basically driven by certain emotions that we go through all the time. And that is a battle. And we have discipline. We also have challenges that we go through. All these are internal. And of course, there are external battles that we face all the time, okay? We have career battles. We have to decide what we want to do, how we climb the career ladder. And then we have, if we run a business, then there's business-related battles. Internally within the organization and externally with competitors. Everything is a battle. And then in order to win this battle, we have two things. We have a strategy and a tool as well, yeah? Just to make sure that along the way, we get more wins than losses. So how do we actually, win these battles? Well, then we have to use this thing called a warcraft. Chimendunja, we want to know people's motives. Because it's war. War, you need to know their motives, their drives. Is their morale high? Is the morale low? What drives them? Now, so in other words, we're trying to see what is the soul side of somebody. Now, you may think, what's soul? I'm a gauchua. Don't have soul. You have one. The side that gives you all your thoughts. For example, where does your thoughts come from? Where does it come from? Because science keeps talking about where something comes from, right? What it originates from. You say, no, it comes from the brain. Your thoughts actually don't come from the brain. Your thoughts come from some form of energy, and then it goes away, yes or no? Where does it go to? Where does it go to? We don't know. Thoughts come in, thoughts go away. When you're happy, what happens? Something insert happy thoughts into you. When you're not happy, what happens? Every day you have unhappy thoughts coming. You don't even know they're unhappy thoughts, but you felt that's not good. Don't you think so? You have this thing that comes into you and it talks to you and you talk to them. Do you know you talk to yourself all the time? Hello? How many of you talk to yourself? You just did, right? When I asked you this question, I talk to myself or not? Maybe. That is already talking to yourself, yeah? If you talk to yourself inside you, then you're normal. If you talk loud back, then they call you crazy, right or not? Yeah, so this conversation that you have all the time, that is what we're talking about here. You know, right, we always say, when someone talks back to us, when they say bad things about us, we can always choose to ignore him or her. Yes or no? Can we ignore this person? If he talk shit to you every day, what can you do? Don't answer his call. Don't answer his text. Turn around and go away, correct? And you feel better. What if that person that talks back to you live inside your mind? What happens then? Every day you wake up, the fella talk shit to you. You're no good, you can't do it, you're not as lucky as other people. This voice keeps talking to you every day. How you run away? You cannot run away. You get stressed out for no reason. Don't you think so? You feel unhappy. So that is what we call. So that's why they use the word called sun. It can be described that internal aspect. Now, every one of these aspects is controllable according to Chimendunja. It's a question of, do you want to control? So we can also use this to our needs, okay? So let's say now, trends, for example. people who like something and don't like something. There's always a trend for everything. Everything has a cycle, you know. Everything has a 12 cycle according to metaphysics. Every business can be on its growth stage or prosperous stage or at a decline stage. Every product has a life cycle, okay? Every service has a life cycle. So if you're in business, you will know that there's a life cycle, okay? Even if you're in the entertainment industry, if you are a singer, you are in acting, there's also a cycle of what is popular and what is not popular, yeah? There's always a cycle. So if you don't go and understand the cycle, that means you don't understand the flow. Once you have this, then you look at the chart. Can you see noble people? Everyone is printed out. Now, how useful is this? Okay. Don't look at your chart for noble people yet, okay? Let's just look at his chart or her chart. So I put two charts together. I even put two charts together. Okay, this is one chart and I put the other chart. Let's say I have two person in side by side and see what happens, okay? So this is two person, okay? Now, person A, the noble people is ox and goat. Can you see? Just example here, it says ox and goat, noble people. Person A, okay? So person A meets person B. Person A meets person B. First thing is, what's your name? Just to be polite. Second thing is, what's your date of birth? Okay. So you print the chart. Chart come out. Search for ox and goat. Born in goat month. Okay. Now you can be friends. Change cards. Okay? Why? Why? Because this person has one of the nobleman stars in his life that is helpful for person A. Okay? Now, if you want to be nice, then you look at person B and say, okay, alright, what's your nobleman? No, your nobleman is monkey and rat, and my life also got monkey and rat. I am more helpful to you than you are to me. Never mind, it's okay. You can be helpful. You understand now? You possess the other person's nobleman, or the other person possess your nobleman or not. Here's where people get confused, because some people will say, how come the person is a nobleman to me, but then I always argue with him? I say helpful. I did not say compatible. See the difference? The problem is most people think if they are guayan, they have to be nice. No, they could be bastards, yeah? They could be challenging you all the time. But because of them challenging you, you become better. Basically, there are two things that we really look for in life, yeah? For any hiring or any type of people working in your life, okay? This is two things. You might write this down. Number one is whether they are competent or incompetent. Okay? This is one, number one. Number two, lucky or unlucky. Okay, let me explain, okay? If you see there's incompetence and then there's unlucky, okay? If there are a bunch of people who are incompetent, you get very pissed off, correct or not? Some people are very competent but they're just unlucky, correct? What if you have incompetent and unlucky at the same time? Disassociate yourself with these losers immediately, okay? Alright, if you're incompetent and you're unlucky at the same time, this is the top level of bad luck. And you want to disassociate immediately, okay? Now, if you're just incompetent, you can learn to become competent. If you're unlucky, it's just a phase. You can become lucky. Well, one day, yeah? There are changes. But when two together is really, really sad, yeah? Okay? So that's why you must understand that when we see charts, we basically look at these two things first. See, there's a format on that. This learning how to read is the format. That's what we call a strategy. Okay? People know how to read good, bad, clash. That one is called tactic. Okay? Tactic is not important. Strategy of reading is more important. Now, the Destiny Palace is your Chimendunjar information. Your Kementonggap information is here. And you have your life stamp, you have Door of Destiny, your Star of Destiny, you have Guardian of Destiny. How many of you have Guardian of Destiny and it says Chief here? How many are Chief? Okay, the highest level is Chief. Anything that you want, this person, this so-called You take energy, your subconscious mind, yes, got it, and it will make happen. So I'm going to give you this context in a short while, more of this. So this is called your guardian of destiny. You think of this as your guardian angel, and everyone has one.